Oh, my middle finger is just... Yeah, well, I'll be fine, assuredly. Doot. Alright, let's load her up. I was painting again. What's this? Huh. Weird bundle. Master Detective Archives Raincoat Plus.
Danganronpa.
There we go. All right. Right, tab in. Oh, be on the correct layer and tab in. There we go.
Danganronpa.
Ah. All right, back to murder. Jeez, I made so many saves. We're in chapter 4. Deadly Life. And continue here. Huh?
Sakura's dead? She's really dead?
Yep. I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body. We didn't make it in time. It's happened again. Spreading to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead, checking for a pulse or a reaction? I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. And I... Why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again. I need to examine Sakura's body. I just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there, unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know how long, I got everyone. Ogre?
Yes.
So she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed. I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means. Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say?
Huh?
No. Whoever killed her is not just someone in this room.
It's your fault!
It's one of you. Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, one of you killed Sakura.
What?
You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation. I don't need to investigate anything. Because you hated her. You hated the sight of her.
I won't forgive you.
One of you did it. I know it. You know it?
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Jeez, I didn't know your power level could increase by that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on!
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer.
It's the Monokuma file!
Alright. And don't get so mad, Miss Asahina, or you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours. Now then, with that, Hold on. There's something I want to ask you. Huh? It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura.
Say what?
Uh-huh. Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again, and then...
In other words...
Then I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now! Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me. Which, thank God for that, it saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
Hey,
I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she'd violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her. So I don't know who it was, but whoever the Blacken this time, I owe you one.
What is this?
You owe them one? Oopsie, before you get all pissy-potty at me, you better figure out who did it first. Because, I mean, your lives are all on the line, right? Alright. Oh, hello, Binks.
This.
What the hell? He owes them one? I hate him. I hate this whole thing. Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind, after all. How can you say that now? Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. Then let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'll do it. And Hina? I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay then, Hina is guard number 1, but we do need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
what?
Me? You're always a thorn in my side. This time, just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. An order?
That's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind. Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on! Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is... Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene.
Huh?
What?
It's your fault.
One of you killed Sakura.
I won't forgive you.
I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say, I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here. Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
It's all clear.
I won't ask you to let all of us in, just let me. You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway. And you, Hiro, do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear now.
Then it's decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request. But
Hey,
we have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory... Fine, I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally. Who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
Listen,
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer,
listen to me.
all of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice, but to just do it. Better check the Monokuma file before anything else. Victim is Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around noon. The body is discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There was evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. Alright.
Hey,
I think the case this time might be a challenge. Why's that?
so...
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door has been jammed shut with a chair from inside the rec room, which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door. So if the door was blocked from the inside and there was no way in or out till we broke the window, there's like zero escape, right?
In other words,
This is a classic locked room murder. Locked room murder? I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. Could it really happen in real life, and right before our very eyes like this?
hey,
Are you curious to hear more about the locked room murder entails? Well, sure, if you don't mind.
that's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or a simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we'd have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh?
In other words,
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door. Something like that.
However,
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
it's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean by that?
In other words,
They stay hidden, and when the door is open, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. Well, it sounds like it could have been possible. Maybe.
it's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a locked room.
In other words,
By that, I mean there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality, it's generally not possible. When you think we can cross that one off too?
indeed.
I believe so, yes. So when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities. And Kyoko, which of these 4 choices seems the most likely in this case?
It's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say. I see. The way the killer set up the locked room, until they figure it out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. Looks like some kind of wrapper.
Huh?
But that's... You recognize it, Tina?
Well,
Yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. It's a candy wrapper. Sakura's got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So you gave that candy to Sakura? I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we get into the warehouse, I took the could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much?
I mean,
But I wanted Sakura to have a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now, they've lost all their flavor. Hina. Polka dot candy wrapper has been added to the truth bullet section. There's shards of glass shadowed around the chairs Sakura's sitting in. Glass is red, and the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? It must have originally been a bottle. Glass shards on the floor has been added to the truth bullet section. Huh? Something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Doot. Figure on the floor. Doot. 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. Inside each bottle there's kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is how we get those figures inside the bottles.
So,
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle, huh? You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside. You've never seen that? Yeah, maybe I have.
in other words,
So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. Monokuma bottle has been added to the truth section. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things, little by little. The Monokuma bottle is sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the floor. The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. It means Sakura must have been hit with a Monokuma bottle, right? Shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. It's a bloodstain in front of the magazine shelf. Must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Dude. Okay. Same shelf full of magazines. There are all different kinds of magazines here. His locker's open. Right on the side. It's a handprint?
why?
What's a handprint doing here? Looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left the handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
It looks quite fresh, too. I see someone was hiding here in the locker, and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hidden here until the locker room was open, don't you think? During all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group?
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Huh? Why not?
Hey,
Think back, before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Yeah, and the locker was already open at that point.
indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Alright, so then, what does the handprint mean? Dude. Locker handprints. Alright. She drew her last breath, sitting slumped forward in this chair. It's obvious evidence of a blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that was what killed her, but according to the Monokuma file, she also had vomited blood. You see the trace of blood on her lips for sure. So, what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Dude. Maybe her getting in the head somewhere caused her to start vomiting blood? Not a chance. Byakuya.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on the most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting, don't you agree? No, I don't think I call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected with why she died. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob so we didn't get the door open. There's no evidence of any string or mechanism that was used with the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Dude, some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
So...
Looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. Greetings, madam. Hey, greetings, Led. I'm sorry I didn't do more editing today, but hey, you should be spending time with other people. I know where you are. She mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
Wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. But still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Kima A2. Which reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the chem lab had all sorts of health stuff. So she must have got this from the chem lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange. What is?
Hey,
See what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can, they're also underneath it. Why does that matter?
So...
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. Important clue? Just don't see how. Empty protein drink has been added to the truth bullet section. The lady is busy today? Aw. Well. Wish her the best when you do get the time.
What the heck?
We already know who did it. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After we went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually, she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me that she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon? The Monokuma said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth. I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her, by force even, this never would have happened. Oh, Hina. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. Her account has been added to the truth bullet section. The fact that she had asked those three to meet with her, she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying. Might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. Hey, Kyoko.
However...
But for Sakura to have been killed, yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
It's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. You only just noticed that?! It's like a key feature! How? How did it take you that long? So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
They would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. You have no excuse. That it's true. I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go to see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Yaka says you didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Back his account. What a dick. I know, right? He's terrible. Dude, there are 4 rebels lined up on the shelf. Each ID bothers to kind of Monokuma figure. What am I possibly missing? Sakura resolve again? Dooch. Dooch. The handprints.
So, how?
Okay, we already checked that.
Indeed.
There's the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change of the door is the smashed window. Which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence of any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. There's no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So killer must have created the locked room from the inside, not the outside. Dude.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then,
Then you should be able to go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
listen to me.
This is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided? She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right, I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. Those 2 probably went back to their rooms. Alright, Toko. How you doing? After a few seconds.
Who's there?
Ah, the most negative aura I've ever felt. The order of total decay.
Oh, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously, no. Toko slid out into the hall.
What do you want?
Said you wanted to talk to me about something? I want to talk about the fact Sakura had asked to meet with you.
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about. Yuki already told me she asked to meet with you. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said 2, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So can you tell me about it? I admit, I did get the note. But I did go to see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. That Toko quickly retreated into her room. Dude, Toko's account has been added to the truth bullet section. Alright, off to Hero. Alright, dumbass, let's go. Press the doorbell. After a few seconds.
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How do you know about that?
Could it be?
What? Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. When did Sakura tell you that? Well, when she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note. She
How about that?
She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like, in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura?
You got it all wrong.
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
Last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt, and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. He was feeling around in his pockets.
Hey, come on.
Sorry. Looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. And when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh?
What?
Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again. And shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I gotta throw out. Trash?
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked me to meet with her, but I never went. Well, if you'll excuse me. We're waiting for a reply. Hiro quickly slipped back into his room as I pet Binks' belly, because he showed me belly. Hiro said that was trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Pocket trash has been added to the truth bullet section of my handbook. Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? Something fell on the ground. Just a cap from the chair. Yeah, well. Definitely need to look at the actual crime scene again. But on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor in the rec room. I'm sure it has to have come from the chem lab. So where should I start? A long walk to the chem lab. Gotta go fast. Aww. Somebody's got sleepy eyes, because he's been being a shithead all day while I was trying to paint. Don't you give me that look. You know what you did. Don't you reach out at me like Tummy Shone, respond. Working on sisters? Actually, no. Oh, I didn't show you, did I? I painted a Phoenix Hawk for, Battletech. I've had it for a while, and it's been my first mech that, well, I mean, first mech period, but, the first mech for my, my character. And I've got another one on print, which is an Arctic Fox, which will be the next thing I print, likely, because I doubt I'm getting an Anubis anytime soon. You'd love to see? Alright. I will... Actually, you know what? Hold on. I think we can do this. I can, through the magic of magic, do some of this, go in here, go here, come on. Do this first. Hold on. We can do this. So let me save that. That should be fine. Because I'm gonna have to prep this for Binks' birthday anyway. Just photo. And then I can do this. Whoop. All right, it's massive. There we go. There it is. Yep. I didn't pull out smaller than a character brush, so I know that I probably could have done some lines better. And this is, oh, thank you. This is a lot. Okay. Thing I learned about painting mechs while I was doing this is mechs have a lot more like random flat plates that you'd want to like edge highlight and do stuff with. Versus I'm used to painting sisters, which are small details and fabrics. So I'm used to a lot more like fabric glazing and things like that. And I did not get to do any of that with this mech. And also this color scheme is the Magistracy's first Highlanders, because that's like where my character's from. Actually, speaking of the character, ta-da! I can actually be the character because I based her off of this outfit amalgamation. There is Chaos Trim. There is Chaos Trim. But yes, so, hello, I'm the pilot for this Phoenix Hawk, and I'm gonna kick you fucking ass, because I get mad. Looking good, thank you. Alright, let me close that. I'm gonna leave this costume on for a bit. Alright, it's Chem Lab. Roll for dodge. I'm the Angie business lady. I am, in fact, a very Angie business lady who has stomped many a thing.
What?
Makoto, did you have your eye on the Chem Lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes, sir, I understand. Surveillance camera. I just don't think I'll ever get used to it. Man, you could get used to watch 24/7. He has a really punchable face. He really does. And I got these punching hands. This is my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. Should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like the 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more importantly right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful to step in it. It's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is where all the powder came from? Looks like a bottle had a label on it. Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning checking this out, and at that point this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled.
So in other words,
That's right, could only have been around the time of the incident. Is that really what happened? Must be related to the case somehow. Source of powder has been added to the truth bullet section. So much yellow powder scattered on the floor. Better not leave a footprint. Speaking of footprints, there are footprints? There's only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out a floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen. You just had that?!
what?
Well, let's go. Chop chop. Okay. I got to work, and before long I drawn up a sketch of the room. Dang, it's pretty good. So how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me?
I see.
So when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to the shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. And that's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
It's certainly...
Makoto, are they yours? No!
What?
Okay, then show me your shoes, and I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see, your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately? But with how clean these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. And these prints are really a valuable clue. Should probably take a good hard look at the powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. Looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. It looks like someone left footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to be spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Dude, footprints in the powder has been added to your notebook. Let's see, what's on this shelf? All kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. Chem A. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section A. Oh, but wait! There's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. Is someone who put it here on accident? The C4 powder got an explosive kick to hit. On this shelf is a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
What? You think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, it doesn't matter right now. I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers in the shelf are labeled with letter B and a number. So I guess I can consider this part shelving section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here, in which case I don't have to worry too much about this shelf. On this shelf is... One look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section C. I should try and find out more about the shelving unit. Looks like it's split into 3 sections. A has dietary supplements, B has regions, C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from section A, but what concerns me is that in section A there was a bottle with a label from section C. There's a bottle of poison from section C doing in section A. There's definitely something going on there. Chem lab shelf has been added to the truth bullet section of my handbook. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look at the rec room. See you, Byakuya. You still suck. Dana, mech pilot. Rec room is down a floor. Goddamn, a 5-story school. Oh, it's all the way around. No. Drift. Meow. 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 Well, got it.
Hey,
So Makoto, how's your investigation going? The Toko and Hiro told me.
I see.
I see, so along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. It's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway,
Well, I've made some progress on my own. Sakura's body, the shelf magazines, and the Monokuba bottles. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You'd do well to look them over one more time. Alright. So that was magazines, that, and Sakura's body. Kyoko said she found a new clue involving the Monokuba bottles. Something new, something new.
hey,
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. Correlation. Hey Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is?
so...
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusions isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer. I do trust you, to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Sounds like someone I know. Only to a degree. Yeah, okay, hold on. Okay, it's fine. I'm a detective, it's fine.
Hey,
There's just one thing about the Monokuba bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment?
anyway,
Could you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuba bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces too. You sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
that doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya is not here, so...
then,
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try and gather up all the glass. That Kyoko left the room. I don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I better just do it. Took a broom, dustpan, and got to work cleaning all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up... Sorry to keep you waiting.
so then,
Is everything ready? Let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing?
in other words,
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare weights of what? The pieces of glass you collected, and one of the Monokuba bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
listen,
First, let's compare the weight of the 2 normal Monokuba bottles. It's balanced,
in other words,
which means each Monokuba bottle weighs about the same, which makes sense. The Monokuba figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
so then,
Now here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what would we expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out, or the pieces I collect will be lighter. Did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
So then,
Okay, then let's give it a try. Huh? Broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought. What?
In other words,
The results of our experiment, and the correlation between each of the bottles. Put it all together.
hey,
And I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. What do you think? It's all on you. Monokuma bottle experiment has been added to my truth bullet section. So the magazine was an article of some kind. Clue. Huh? This one's upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
hey,
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore it in detail, don't you think? You're right. Picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. This is one of the pages near the center of the magazine. Words been written in bloody letters. It said Toko. Could this be a dying message?
correct.
Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this?
So,
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message.
however,
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come a-looking. Hey, is that... It says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it. Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's settled. She's the killer for sure. It's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. In other words, some kind of plastic container.
so,
Dude, it's empty. She must have drank it knowing she left her protein. It's got Chem A2. Must have gotten from the chem lab. It's got around the can. Yep, blue light.
correct. So,
Dude, probably going to want to take note of it. Is it her body? According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered in Sakura's
just
body.
a second.
She's staring up into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but hey, did you get to... Thanks. He's being a butthead. I'll be back. He is, in fact, such a butthead.
Hey,
Don't you think you might need to actually examine the body?
whew,
There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. The kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although there are still some times. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
it's true.
That's totally normal. Then how can you...
So,
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
hey,
More importantly, look here. Her shoes?
correct.
See that yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1. Dude.
Hey,
Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully.
it's true.
Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot, so let me just explain.
It would seem...
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? There's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
That's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Alright. So I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Ahem.
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake.
Get fucked, Bear.
Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
Alright, trial time. It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen in the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Alright. Monokuma made this announcement, and everyone began to meet up one after another. And then... the ultimate martial artist! A locked room murder mystery!
What?
What the... Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons! Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive. For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. Or you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. XD! It's just plain creepy.
Well,
And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put in a sad face, it makes it look super negative. For example, do you have 100 friends? He's right. That does make it seem sad.
I can't wait.
Now then, please get on the elevator. I'll see you all down there. Fuck. The classics. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me.
Don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean.
I mean, I didn't murder anyone. I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt, one of us is the culprit. Killer, the one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know, and yet someone killed her. And that person is here? That person is one of us?
Don't look at me.
I said it before and I say it again, it wasn't me. The culprit is one of us, make no mistake about that. Because I didn't do it, how many times do I have to tell you?
Hey,
Standing around here isn't going to do any good, let's get going. How can you just stand here and say you didn't do it without even breaking a sweat? Because I don't think they did it. Come on, it's time to put an end to this. I made my way forward towards the elevator. With each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into the sealed prison in total silence. We watched the doors close, and felt it begin to sinister descent. Fuck. My reading skills are dying. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower, and as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again. Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? That's so few. You must be so lonely. You say it like that's not your fault that we're all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again, or will your school life come to an end completely? Uh-oh, I gotta sneeze.
Now then.
Now then, are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. And so, the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. I would like to save, I gotta blow my nose first. Alright. Save it up. Yeah, we can do a new one. Why not? Alright, let's adjust our skills. We did get one more. Dude, cool and composed. Vocabulary. Costs 4. Increases bullet capacity. Effective during bullet time battle. 2 bullets at once. I do like that one. Increase damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during bullet time battle. I want bullet time battle stuff, because that's the harder part. Increase the speed of memorizing a statement. And good non-stop debate. Increase my truth bullet rate of fire. Effective during the non-stop debate. And the bullet time final battle. Reduce my aim speed. Effective during non-stop debate in the Hangman's Gambit. I think I'll take downshift off. Steadies my aim a little. That's fine. Alright. Load up. Finish the prep. Let's go. Trial! All rise!
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Yay, graduation!
Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
No, we don't.
Whoa, deja vu.
It's true, you did this last time, Hina.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Hina seems really sure that one of those 3 is the killer. But she must have some reason for believing that. And now to once again try to remember my controls. Toko's account, it was good. So all of their accounts.
It was one of you.
Okay, there's my shoot button.
One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
Dude.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
Okay. Now to pay attention. There's gotta be some reason why Hina feels so strongly.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
There's only the 2. Why does Hina feel so strongly?
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive.
Her hunting
You
hope.
hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
Got it.
No, it's wrong.
You all met and had letters. Booba.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those 3 killed her.
I can't disagree with Hina. There's good reason to suspect all 3 of them. Then does that mean one of them did it? Rinse in the powder, set of Sakura's body, pocket trash. Alright. We need to stop and read.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all 3 of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
Come on. There's no way none of you went. At least one of you is lying.
Yep. Because we got pocket trash that says otherwise. Three went to different, or definitely connected, but they claim they never went to see Sakura. I don't think that's true. One of them is definitely lying.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here.
Pocket trash! About the wall. Whole body fell except for one leg. So stable. For stretched, lifting. Oh!
Hero, when
that
we were
sucks.
talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's,
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy.
Dang!
So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
I am notorious for monopolizing whole boxes of candy, though. Not gonna lie.
In that case, Hero, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura. It's the only explanation.
well, I mean,
Yeah, sure, I got it from her, but...
look, she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
But what Hiro said can't be right, because Sakura could only have gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. The reason I know that is... when Sakura got the candy.
I'm not sure about that, Hero.
Yeah.
Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office.
Yep.
So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it.
Don't you damn it me!
I mean, what I meant was, oh, that's right. I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Wait, what do you mean, oh, that's right?
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me.
Grade A moron, yep.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You are hostile.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Proof? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm talking about her shining message.
What would a shining message even be?
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right?
How would you know that? You weren't allowed in the crime scene.
It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Hero, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Yeah, you weren't allowed in.
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Hold on. But when Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message on it, it was... on the magazine shelf.
I got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
Yep.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
No, it doesn't. You're an idiot. No, there's one obvious problem with what Hiro said before. Alright, what do we got? as I make my argument.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Definitely something wrong with what Hiro said just now.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
No, it's wrong.
Keeps calling Sakura ogre. I know, right? He's so rude. She was my best friend.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then.
She was thick mama. She was, in fact, thick mama.
Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when
The
I
three
saw
C's.
All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
The Vienna sausage.
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
The Vienna sausage.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Do we, though? Without a doubt. No, I absolutely do doubt. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. Because there's nothing, no blood on her hands. Alright, shit.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Can't hear you. Conspiracy. The end is nigh. Can't hear you. Show me the proof. Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
That was most of my health. Ow, my pride. Not being allowed to see my tempo for any of that was, kind of ridiculous.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself.
Truth.
That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Ah! He admits it!
He does!
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
Wait, what? You're admitting to killing her?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there...
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Oh, sure, thanks.
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then... I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening.
Damn, Hero looking sharp.
Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura.
Whoa, Hina, calm down.
We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
Uh-huh.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
So what is that Hero did that doesn't make sense? Why was the magazine hidden?
That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it? By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Truth facts.
Oh, well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then he's not lying?
Yeah.
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf.
Someone who could be suspected, like Toyo!
In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Someone who wouldn't like what was written on it. There's only one choice.
I got it!
Free
Had
health!
to be Toko, right?
Yay!
Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Is he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right? Hero just admitted it.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Ah.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
Da da da!
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
Alright, let's do this. We haven't reached the end of this case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer, and I have to prove that. Because it's always my job. Come on, Makoto, BFFs. Kyoko's oh god! Magazine dying message, Monokuma file 4, status of the body, yellow powder. Alright.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered. And she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hero really is the killer.
Nope. Alright. Examination summing only once.
I didn't want to, but I did it.
He did it.
I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once.
Snipe it in! I'm just starting to use the slowdown, which is scaring me.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
Alright, asshole.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles.
Yes, they're all chess pieces, and there's missing a queen and a horse. Knight.
Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground.
You know what I noticed on that image, like, at the very last minute? They actually took the time to draw the Monokumas at slightly different angles. It wasn't just a copy-paste. Someone put the effort of thinking what he would look like at slightly different angles from that head-on shot.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
Like, you can see it, like, most drastically on the pawn and the king, but they are all individually drawn. And, like, the way the paw is coming around the back, they're all separately drawn. Way too much effort went into this. I love it. Correlation between the Monokuma balls. I feel like it's starting to become clear. A connection must be chess pieces. Alright. What is left? That S is chess. Need an I. I need an E. Chess piece.
Now I understand.
Ba-ba-bam!
That's it. The chess pieces. Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
Good job, dickwad.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn.
That's all you need to win the game.
And on the ground was the knight.
He moved in an L.
So the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while 1 apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
You know what? I have not played shogi to confirm that, but I want to believe.
Yeah. Wait, no, That's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
True, but no.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
When the missing bottle went missing, it was broken.
I got it!
Hey, more health. I need that.
Bottle must have been broken.
What makes you so sure?
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
There's a single broken bottle. This evidence proves it. The test! Which I'm gonna need to find. In record time. There it is.
I got it!
Alright, we're almost at full. We're good.
Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime.
Yes.
But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
True.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
It may note that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. Must have been used by Sakura's second attacker.
I got it!
Alright, we're almost at
The
full.
bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow.
Yarr.
Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her.
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am.
The kind of guy you are is a complete fucking moron, Yasuhiro.
Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Oh?
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
You did?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
So Toko was in the locker.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
Yeah, okay. Sometimes you gotta be on team asshole.
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
He's just so dumb. It's not even like himbo dumb. I think my model crashed. Well, we gotta take a little moment to fix that. At least the music's a jam in this game. Fuck. Damn you, Godot engine. Alright, lunch it. Ooh, still numbers. Alright, there we go. Ah, better. Oh no, no, no! Oh, not the thing where it kills my controller. Okay. For first boss in Jets of Time, get an ending weapon for Chrono. Strongest single target tech, fight over. Hooray. Okay. This is not helpful for... Okay, so we need to find the pause button.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
Okay. X. Perfect. Nope. System. Save. Over this one. Menu. Lose the progress.
Danganronpa.
Tab to... Well, alright, hold on. We can just do it this way. Options. No, not the options we want. Okay. Quit. So I can load the game back up. I don't know why it loses controller focus if I have to change something. Read lunch, please. Ugh. Plus side, we have a backup save in case I fuck up horribly. White. There we go. Alright, Spike Tunes. Wow. I'm just not having any luck today, or lately, with things. Alright, load. We're on the second half of our slots. Alright, continue. Dude. Nice. Alright.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Dun dun dun!
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Whoa, why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
Hey! Toko, I've been hanging out with you all week. No, it's not ridiculous at all. There's definitely proof that shows Toko is hiding in the rec room. A new element has been added to the... Well, what? A new element? Like, this late? Sure. So far, I've probably been pressing the Y button during my final strike without a second thought. Now on, I'm gonna have to pay a little extra attention to my finishing blow. Now I'll have to choose the proper truth bullet to use during my coup de grace. I'll select it the same way as normal during non-stop debate. Simply press the left button. Also, like the debate, if my logic difficulty is set to kind, I'll have fewer bullets to choose from. But for educational purposes, we're going to pretend you're all set to mean regardless. Just this once, okay? Oh, by the way, you're about halfway through the game now! Halfway?! Well then good luck and have fun. Alright.
It's a lie! I did nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No,
should prove it.
Gotcha, bitch! I think a little bit of damage in there, not much.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up.
Can we just go, like...
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Yeah, we're the idiot squad.
Then you killed Sakura!
No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again.
Yeah, damn. It's the power of the Riz from the fucking asshole.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Only when Master asks her. It's true.
Talk.
She's
Now.
thirsty.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room.
Granted, only this level of thirst leads to insanity.
I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
She do be crazy.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
She got a case of that hysteria.
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
With her tiny hands.
Well, that's awkward.
Reminds you of your ex? Damn. That's not good, man.
So after you left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
You were dumb and in college? You know what? It checks out.
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around, there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw all that blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Alright. Her, you mean... Like I weren't too mad at... Okay. Don't you call me out like that.
Guess who's back?
Guess who's back, back again.
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake.
The real genocide chill, please stand up.
Was the prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see.
Tuck away their tongue. Hey, I'm all for that tongue. I got the parts to take advantage.
I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible.
She's a... Okay. Hina, you can't... She's a serial killer. You can't... fucking...
No, she's terrible. Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever.
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence.
It's genocide, Jack.
I wasn't about to die for some woman. If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master.
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's... you know... But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
Stop calling her ogre. She's dead. So that's good. keep talking like that, and Hina's gonna...
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
But I thought for sure you'd have some words for Hero on that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone. We're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, Hina.
No, not quite yet.
Huh? Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd? Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
It wasn't?
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
Dang, she thirsty. It's not over yet, is it? The one who killed Sakura is... Make your argument. I'm guessing the yellow powder.
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
Monokuma file says she was sitting. The main problem here is the second attack from Toko is it killing blow? I can read. The violent bomb in your blood. Alright, status of the body.
And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me! I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
No, what's wrong?
Counter! I enjoy this game.
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
No, Hina, I'm pointing out...
You sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
That has to be it. The evidence that proves there was an attack in front of the magazine shelf. The bloodstain!
I got it!
Hey, look, we're...
Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf.
It's true. She is a string... I don't know, she can hang up some pretty attractive boys.
The bloodstain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me! I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors!
And a boy.
There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that!
Then what's the deal?
Good grief, madam.
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But...
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
She's been hit with 2 bottles.
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
Nope.
No, I don't think that's possible.
The reason there's no way Toko was hiding in the locker is because... Dude, you saw it for yourself.
Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
Where was indeed?
I don't know! What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And?
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
That's because you're overlooking vital information.
Yeah, we went to the chem lab, me and this fucking asshole. Really missing something so important? There's another possible explanation. Maybe it's... yellow powder.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
Nope. Alright. Kumakoto, don't clam up now. Ow! My pride!
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
I should read the examination summary again. Yeah, it's gotta be yellow powder.
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
Unless...
So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
could be Monokuma file.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
No, it's wrong.
Moment Byakuya starts helping is awesome. From then on, he's only an asshole, not a big asshole anymore.
According to the
Yeah.
Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
I mean, she could bite your cheek, but no.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
Yeah.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Dun dun dun!
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
I mean, you are an asshole, so...
You're making me go all weak in the knees!
Ugh. Jill, there's such a thing as too thirsty. And it's Byakuya.
She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Alright.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
No.
Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
Yeah.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C.
Alright.
In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Well, the poison Byakuya showed us. Sure, I know where he got it.
I got it!
I'll take my half heart back.
The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
Yeah, but it's really obviously labeled, Byakuya.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
I couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips and...
Master!
We were so shocked at what we were seeing. All we could do was stand there and watch. But it was as if the most natural thing in the world. Byakuya was as calm as ever.
That tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Really? That's what you're worried about?
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out a bit of the contents with one finger. She touched her finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
You just know the taste of that off the cuff, Kyoko?
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder, which would mean that, controversially, some poison must have been in... Could it be? This dick really just downed a near bottle of it, I know, right? Oh god. Protein... drink, okay. Okay, R. What? Oh, protein starts with an E. No, it's... Protein... Where's an I? Give me an I. Protein. Where's my K? I took a lot more damage than that than I needed to. I'm barely sure what happened to take damage, but...
Poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can.
Where's the I? See, is I already in the
Except
word?
that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something at the scene. A protein drink.
Got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
Oh?
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
Evidence that shows who switched them? It has to be... footprints in the powder?
I got it!
Yay!
The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me.
Oh?
The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Oh?
Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Bum, bum, bum!
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Sneakers, huh? Dude. Me and Hina, I guess?
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
These footprints must be... Makoto, are they yours? No. Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
I also can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Man, what an asshole.
Is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right?
No.
That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she drowned it all at once. And then...
Hold it. I'm not convinced.
Oh?
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves.
I don't know, I'd probably sacrifice myself for another. I'm a bleeding heart like that.
Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
Oh?
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Well... that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
I mean, you probably should.
No, it doesn't. but the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
She is really simple, but no.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail?
Just a little bit.
Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit.
And you're a dumb asshole, Byakuya. Go sit in your corner.
There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
That is wrong.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
If that's true, isn't that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
Byakuya, you were literally fucking there. You saw the... You made me draw! How long? Until we figure it out. Until I uncover the full truth of this case. Dun, 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 dun. Source of the powder, footprints in the powder.
First, I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A.
No, that's wrong.
It's wrong! Counter!
You said you went to get the poison from Section C. And that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from
Two
Section
blue mana,
C
that's all
to
you need,
Section
baby.
A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I'd left a footprint. Gotcha!
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Asshole, shut up.
Well...
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Well... You see.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on here?
I don't know, asshole. Figure it out.
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
Yeah.
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
Oh, we're going full Phoenix, right? The real autopsy report.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
Wait, what?
I did?
What?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
A piece of glass?
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Ah, fine.
Huh? Me?
If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
Alright. Bow, bitch. Shard of light blue glass could have found in the bottle of poison.
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was the bottle of poison? Should have been when I broke the rec room window. According to what Hina told us, should have been on section A of the shelf.
I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
Truth.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast.
Okay, do you need us to slow down for you, Mr. Genius?
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right?
No! Fuck! Oh, she drank the poison directly, then Hina put the protein in the poison thing, put that back, and then came back with the can, and that's why it's on top of the glass!
That can wasn't there when she died. How did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that.
Alright, I figured it out.
Before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Alright.
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
No, you're just an idiot.
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that?
Because it was on top of the glass, dipshit.
How can you know what I don't know?
Because you're a dipshit. The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can into the rec room after it was opened. Empty protein drink.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be.
It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Woo! Nailed it. Lost 15 seconds, doesn't matter.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Yeah.
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
Ahaha!
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
Damn, Rikoto.
I see. So that's your explanation.
Uh-huh.
Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
Yep.
if that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was?
Yes, it's called... Can't say it on YouTube.
Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Thank you. That's all I ask for sometimes, Byakuya.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing.
Ugh.
We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
Sakura.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
I think it was Sakura. The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room. Has to have been Sakura.
I got it!
There was some on her boot.
I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. I have to get Hina to admit that. Alright. One last time.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! Just let it end already! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! Just let it end already! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! I'm telling you, I did it! I hate you! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should prove it.
Bang! Got her. We had to do way too many of those. Good thing I got those extra bullets.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it?
It was.
So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Truth facts.
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing. Which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura. The connection between Sakura and the poison. The unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. Select someone.
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
We are hero.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it. All so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because of course, Sakura created the locked room.
Got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina?
Oh.
You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you grabbed from the rec room.
Hey.
When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room...
I got everyone. Oh, Ogre. Ah, so she's dead, huh? Sakura's been killed. I see.
While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right.
I've still got to put together the crime scene.
We have to end this properly.
Yep, I gotta make the comic book closing arguments. Alright, so, she was giving everyone letters. That includes Byakuya. Where's one of Byakuya getting a letter? There we go. Look at him, he's such an asshole. Act 2. She goes and hides in the locker. Act 3. She gives him a piece of candy. He grabs the bottle and beans her over the head. That's the night one, so... Dude. Smash with the night piece. And him there. Write Toko's name. Toko. Then he ran away like a dipshit. She's reading that. So that's her slipping it in upside down. What would she look at there, though? It's not that yet. She got out of the locker. Okay. She gets up. She's looking mad. The blood knocks her out and genocide chill. Crack it with a queen, baby. Dude. And then also run away like a lunatic. She... takes her chemical. And we find out. There's the walking in. There's the blood. It's everything. Just pocketing the chemical, running away. And pulling that out to drop it. Reenact it.
Exactly what happened.
Happy Christmas. Thank you, Palix.
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room.
Byakuya, the asshole.
Those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Wait, what? Didn't lay out the reasoning right. I need to rearrange the events of this case. Alright. Are the other ones still in? Because that means I gotta take the other locker one. So just swap these.
The killer is you!
There we go.
But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot. And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight.
Despair!
Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked.
'Cause he's a moron! We lost a friend because of you three idiots!
Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack.
Woo! Split personalities. It makes everything better.
When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her.
And Sakura's just like, damn, I've had a bad day.
This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive.
'Cause she's a badass.
So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture.
I mean, I would too if I was trying to hash things out and 2 people beat me with fucking bottles. Assholes.
Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort...
Makoto, you can't give her all that riz. She can't handle it.
That's the full truth of the case.
Hey, come on.
Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened?
Byakuya, shut the fuck up.
But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Power of friendship, bitch. Learn some.
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you?
Yeah.
When
Asshole.
you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
B. B. Yeah, Kern. We're gonna buy so many gifts.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me.
Get out of here, bear.
Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Woo! Kern! Free Kern! Oh, she's already dead. We can't ironic death.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire
Okay, we're done here.
existence.
What did
So
you say?
that's the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet why did you do that?
Don't be mean.
Yeah, we almost died there!
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted. What? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. And so that's why.
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean you were gonna take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes. For serious? That's...
What is this?
You still don't understand, then let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's... I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. So Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. I was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me, I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this, it's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't forgive
my closest friend got hurt. Sakura,
I...
because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't! Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry, I just want to talk to them.
But,
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you...
Hina.
Please, don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Ah, fuck. Sakura. Oh, fuck, I'm crying now. She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you'd just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet...
why?
And yet... You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable. No, that's just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her. Do you have any idea how desperate she was seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you'd pushed her.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
You came. Wait right here, I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
I'd like some protein. Could I ask you to Yeah, you got it. Just hang on, I'll be right back. Ah, fuck, the crying's leaking in. That was the last conversation I had with her. Fuck. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. That's when I realized. I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Let me in. Please open the door.
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses just like any other person. See you guys. Thank you. Alright, give me a minute. I gotta go wipe the eyes. I can't keep going. Alright, let's get Binks' treat. There you go. There you go, Binks. I hate being a sensitive soul. I miss being 20 and not caring. No, I still care. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet...
Why?
You all blamed her. I tried to protect her and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. Hina. We killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray? You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey! Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tear jerk, but...
Hey!
It's just taking so long! Long! I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What did you say? Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion of what her suicide note meant.
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she was thinking, because her and me...
In other words...
Well, what I'm really trying to say is...
Yes, indeed!
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course!
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. What? But Hina already...
Too bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby.
It's true.
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room.
Huh?
Wait, then... You lied to me?
Unbelievable.
Oh, don't say lie. Makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well, now,
I can't help it if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. Rather a sensitive soul than an emotionless monster. Yeah. I didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little... I'm not filthy, I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You are the ones jerking each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the adduction process. Okay, and scene. Cut.
And?
So, when did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey, hey!
But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, okay. Jeez, talk about a buzzkill. All right, here we go. Ahem. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our final night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see
You
me.
see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that's how I came to feel. So that's what Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic, or just moronic.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. Which is exactly what the mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation... Fuck! Again! I've decided to do as the mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told, and commit murder. I can't even voice.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is... myself.
If the mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. I can't do this voice while crying. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life. My throat hurts so much. Then Sakura didn't feel cornered? She didn't die hating us?
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting to protect us?
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Togo, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But
I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close and still.
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was like totally pointless. She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Too bad.
She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Woohoo. Now then, the next victim has been decided. What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with a false suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a mistake.
Say what?
Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her, I can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina either. I can blame my nose, though. I need to blow it again. Should probably start leaving tissues on the desk. Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one we need to destroy is you, nobody else.
What?
What the heck?
What?
That's not how this is supposed to go!
How strange.
But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Our enemy is each other! He's absolutely right about that.
Phew.
Ah, lovely, Byakuya, you understand, don't you? This is a life-or-death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I am bowing out of the game.
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat.
There's no point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it. What's going on here? Now, I have only one thing to look forward to.
It's all clear.
And that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. Byakuya, does this mean... Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking. Wherever master goes, I go. And if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire. Everyone?
Hey,
Well, and now you can say Sakura's death had no meaning. How boring. Nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
what the heck?
The fun time? Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to punish
It's the
you
moment
guys?
you've all been waiting for. Punishment time!
What?
Wait, but Sakura's technically the killer, right? And she's dead. You're not gonna... Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh, heavens no. Just because the Blackened is dead doesn't mean I can't just sub in whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about the bear times 1 rule.
Listen up.
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, be ashamed to let it go to waste. So for my special punishment, I prepared a special guest. A special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Ironic death? Ironic death? No! Alter ego! Oh. You suck, man. You turned him into a magnet hunk of junk. Whew, that really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, you say for post-workout, grab chicken's where it's at. And I'm about to get grilled goodness. Fried, boiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence, grilled is where it's at. Does whatever. This is when Monokuma the Mastermind decided to be Pepsi'd by the group. I realize how dangerous it could be. But still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So it's okay. It's for the sake of everyone else. I won't be afraid. Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you? That was my friend! How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
You were friends with a laptop. That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? Shut the hell up! He wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend. And you killed him! Is this what you call animism? Where a soul dwells within all things? Even, like, laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find things out all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So you finally noticed him.
Actually...
Finally? No, I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Jiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was going to play out from the start. What?
What are you thinking?
You knew and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge?
Yep.
Well, I mean, the data on the laptop, it was, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you.
Phew.
Or maybe more like a reward, an honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking it to the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here. Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help, at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed? Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel 1,000,000,000 times better.
very
Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower. No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everyone who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Holy moly, you're super mad. Like, just unreasonably upset.
Well...
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that, I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript.
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a bit more left of Sakura's note.
Huh?
Huh? Hoo-hoo-hoo, do I have your attention? Okay, then, here we go! Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly. One other thing, Hina, there's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mysteries of this school. What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing. Which is, the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is... Oopsie daisy! That was a close one. Another word, and we would have been hip deep in spoiler territory! Hey, this is a spoilerific playthrough. Monokuma, you fucking drop that shit. Okay, I don't want to ruin the supplies, so book club is dismissed for today. You can't just stop at the most important bit! It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? Makes you so mad you don't even friggin' know, huh? That's the whole point, stupid! Is to get back at all you for hardening your resolve! Fine, but at least Sakura's note... Like I'd ever let any of you greaseballs have it. What? He sucks for you, loser! Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now? Well, there's one last line in the note! And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard, no matter what. And that's seriously it. Huh? Wow, what a stubborn loser, huh? She won't lay down and die. She'll fight you? Well, whatever. Who cares what some dead musclehead has to say? Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, you know? And maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long, think hard. Those are his parting words to us before disappearing. And what was that all about? Sakura's final message, her last clue to help us solve the mystery of the school? The mastermind did something to us? Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You...
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Ooh.
What?
Hey,
Answer me, what did you do to my body? The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? I mean, did the mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? And if we try to leave the school, the sensor goes off and the bomb explodes? I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff, so it's not totally unheard of. No, I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo,
So the class trial is over and Monokuma's gone?
but
So now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there other than to head back up? Oh,
um,
yeah, okay, let's get out of here. But, Hina must still feel responsible. Dial back that ego a bit, girl. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose, absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones who figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then, I'll try. That totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just capture his flag?
No, 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 no!
I cannot suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master.
Huh?
What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like his precious widow ego is hurt? Sleazeball?
What the heck?
That's right, I called you a sleazeball, because you are a sleazeball. Apparently you still have a death wish. Oh, more biting sarcasm. No wonder you don't have any friends.
No, 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 no!
Hey, stop fighting with Master. You're making me jealous. I want the abusive give and take. Me! Well, I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. And so Sakura's class trial came to an end, and we returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. The story wasn't even close to over. God damn it! Time kept marching on. For whom the bell tolls. We all went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck up on us.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m.
It's actually 4:45, 54 p.m. I've actually been going for a while today.
As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited.
Goddamn the Metallica jokes.
Okay then. Sweet
I have no
dreams,
one to blame but
everyone.
myself.
Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Nighttime descended and pulled me down along with it, down into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen into such deep sleep. But the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice. What? Keep up? Wake up. Huh? A voice dragging me from deep slumber into hazy half-conscious. My eyes were like lead. Oh, hey, Kyoko.
Kyoko?
Yes, it's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Well, it's gonna be a good night. Sex dream.
Wait, what?
In a flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up. Oh, I see. Wait, but my door! It was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless. It was unlocked? Are you serious?
Hey,
Anyway, always. And you don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised. What time is it?
correct.
3 o'clock. In the morning, of course. It's 3 a.m.! Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour? Cliffhanger! Mostly because my eyes hurt. We've been crying for like an hour. So we'll find out about Kyoko's shenanigans next time, as I drum my fingers evilly, and we'll find out what she has to say. Oh, but I need to sit down. I also would like the boy to come over if he's available, so I do need to end the stream sometime. Thank you everyone for coming out and for putting up with me bawling like an idiot, but damn if I'm not the sensitive type, apparently. Whew. You know what? Next stream should be Potionomics on Sunday? Feels like I just played Potionomics. Potionomics on... No, not Potionomics on Sunday. I lied. LADX rando. Saturday. We got a monthly, like, yesterday. So it was in the middle of the week instead of the end of the week, which I'm used to. So we have LADX on Saturday. So we'll do that, and then have Potionomics on Sunday, Vampire Survivors Tuesday, and we'll pick up where we left off next week. So look forward to it. Come on down. Have a good time. Me and the boy and the Kato, we're all gonna have a good time. So thank you everyone for coming out, and I will see you later.